everyone, welcome. If you've not been here before, I'm Naomi and I'm going to be taking you through your yoga class today. If you haven't been here, welcome, and if you have, thank you for coming back and thank you for practicing with me again. It is lovely to have you here with me. So today's class is going to be about finding length and stability within the spine, but more than that, it's going to be about feeling into our yoga poses. Sometimes, whether we've been practicing for a while or maybe when we're new, we get caught up a lot in how exactly we should be positioned and we forget to feel the poses. So there's going to be a lot of fluidity, a lot of wiggling in our postures as we go through the sequence today. We'll be here for about half an hour, so it's a 30-minute class. So really just try and feel with your body today. Try and feel everything that happens within the muscles and the joints. And of course, as always, try to enjoy your class as well. Be mindful if you do have injuries, please take modifications and make sure that you are safe to practice. If you aren't safe to practice, then please don't. Really take care of your body and listen to yourself. But other than that, we will make a start. So just remembering to enjoy the sensations of the poses as we come through our class today. So we're going to start in cross-legged. If you've got leaves on your mat, get rid of your leaves. So we're going to start in cross-legged, just simply bringing knees to the side, close the eyes, and just pause for a moment. Allow the spine to feel tall and just gently engage the abdominal muscles to support us. And begin to feel into your body. So as we sit here, feel the sit bones connected to the earth. Feel the outsides of the feet along the mat. Feel the connection of the palms to the kneecaps. If you're lucky enough to be practicing outside like I am, then you can feel the sensation of the breeze upon the skin. If you're inside, then feel the warmth against your skin. Feel the stillness around your body. And for a moment, just feel. We spend so much of our lives busy, always focusing on the external world and what we have to think about, what we have to do. We don't often just spend time noticing the physical body. So as we sit here, just feel your physical body. Notice how your body feels. And particularly checking in with the spine today, noticing how the spine and the shoulders feel. Really observing that section of your body. When you're ready, just tipping the head slightly to the left. So we're going to drop left ear to left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale other side. Inhale to center. Exhale down. So we're just allowing the head to fall side to side. But we're using engagement of the muscles. So we're not just flopping the neck around. We're using the muscles to draw us into the stretch. And then when you feel ready, just come back to center. You can blink open the eyes if you want, or you can keep them closed. The choice is yours. Roll the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Engage the muscles as tight as you can. Get those shoulders, up towards the ears. Exhale, roll them back and melt them as far down into the shoulders, into the ribs as you can. Inhale, rise up and forward. Exhale, back and down. Close the eyes if you wish. Begin to feel. Inhale, up and forward. Exhale, back and down. 3 more times together. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling, back and down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. 1 more time together. Rise the elbows, rise the shoulders. Exhale, release the elbows, release the shoulders. And take that the other way. So up and back, forwards and down. Up and back, forwards and down. 3 more times. Move your own pace and just feel the body. Feel how the shoulder girdle, so the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the upper portion of the chest, feels as you move. Final time, inhaling, shoulders back and up. Exhaling, forward and down. Blinking open the eyes. And then reach the hands up towards the sky. Turn the palms in so the thumbs face behind, the palms turn in. Engage the abdominal muscles here. So we're not flaring out the ribs, we're engaged through the abdominal muscles. And then begin to reach each hand a little higher as you almost pour your hands like a cat towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Reach out of your sit bones, but keep the hips connected to the earth. Lengthen inch by inch, centimeter by centimeter. Lengthen through your spine. Keep it going, feeling strength and feeling length through the shoulders and the whole of the spine. And then just find neutral. So keep the palms facing in, the hands raised to the sky, but we're sitting in neutral. The shoulders aren't forced down. They're not forced up, they're just somewhere floating in the middle. And close the eyes and feel your body. Feel the engagement of the shoulders, but also feel that beautiful length through the spine. Feel the engagement of the muscles upwards through the spine, but also the softness as the shoulders just float above the torso. Blink open the eyes again. Exhale, twisting to the right. Take left hand onto right knee. Take left hand onto right knee. Take right hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist a little. If you wish, gaze over back shoulder. Otherwise, keep the gaze to the side. And as we're here, roll the back shoulder up towards the ears. And then release it. Find that soft halfway point that we just had with these shoulders. Close the eyes. Feel that twist through the upper portion of the spine, so through the thoracic spine. So the spine that comes from the bottom of the ribs through to the top of the ribs, that's our thoracic spine. Feel that twist. Feel the engagement of the abdominal muscles. Feel the twist through the upper body. Enjoy your pose. Inhale, sweep the arms back to center. Exhale, rotate to the other side. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Maybe take gaze over back shoulder if you wish. Roll the back shoulder, so bring the shoulder to the ear and then just let it float. Let it find its halfway. Let it find its neutral. So often we're told to roll our shoulders back and down in yoga. Today, thinking about finding our halfway, not back and down and not up towards the ears, just our soft halfway. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose throughout our class today. Doing really well. And when you're ready, inhale, come back to center. From here, rock forward, so just rock over the knees, bring the hands to the mat and come to your all fours. So find the wrists underneath the shoulders. Find the knees underneath the hips. Inhale, dip the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, dome out, arch the back, gaze between the knees. Inhale, dip the belly, open the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round through the spine, and now making it more dynamic if you wish, bending the elbows as you dip the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round through the spine, arch out into the shoulder blades, dome into the back. Feel that stretch, and remember, tune into your body right here, right now. Feel all that there is to feel in your body. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, dipping the belly, opening the chest. And then coming back to neutral. From here, we're going to tuck the toes. Just walk the hands an inch or two further forward. Tuck the toes, push the hips up and back. Find downward facing dog. And in our downward facing dog, take the feet hip width apart. Take the hands so that they're just wider than shoulder width. And try to engage through the abdominal muscles. So we're not flaring out the front ribs. We're keeping the back body nice and long. And then from here, if you want to keep the knees bent, you're more than welcome. If you want to straighten and you have that flexibility, that length through the hamstrings, then go ahead. And wherever we are, we're going to think about lifting one hip higher than the other. And then switching sides. So rotating one hip high, other hip low, switch sides. And as we move through one hip high and then the other, we're allowing the backs of the legs to open the same way that we do when we bend the knees alternately. But this time we're thinking more about the spine and lengthening hip to hip than we are about bending and lengthening through the hamstrings. So it'll feel pretty different. Rise one hip high, sink one low, and switch sides. Beautiful. Gaze between the hands and tiptoe really slow, inch by inch, all the way to the front of your mat. Take it slow, creep those hands forward. And when you settle at the front of your mat, take the big toes together, so feet together. Exhale, allow the body to sink over the legs. And you may feel that you need to just allow and bend in the knees. If that feels better on the hamstrings, then always you're welcome to go ahead and take that bend. And then from here, either hands rest on shins, fingertips to mat, or if you'd like, take a hold of opposite elbow. And in opposite elbow, maybe then just sway side to side. And feel the goodness as you move in your pose. So I said we were going to wiggle a little bit in our poses, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to add these little motions into our poses to help us feel, to help us stay present and to notice every sensation within our bodies. So really feeling into your body here. When you're ready, inhale, halfway lift, sweep the torso so it's at 90 degrees to the legs. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise halfway, feel the activation of the core and the back muscles. Exhale, let it fall. This time, bend the knees, sweep the hands all the way to the sky, gaze to the thumbs. We're going to flow through a slow, lovely sun salutation, feeling every movement. So push the hips forward a little, squeeze the glutes, open the chest just minutely. And exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees if you feel you need. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, firm the hands to the mat, and step back to a nice strong plank. Keep the core engaged, heels push to the back of the room, really, really strong. Exhale, drop the knees to the earth. Allow the chest and the chin to lower. The elbows graze alongside the body. The bum stays high. Untuck the toes. Sweep it forward as you open the chest. Close the eyes. Tops of the feet to the mat and feel. Feel that activation within the back of the body. I know you'll feel it. I'm feeling it. Feel those muscles firing up, but feel the opening through the front of the body at the same time. Exhale, release the chest a little, push up and back, downward facing dog. This time, just taking yourself into your downward facing dog and take a moment to settle here. So we're going to find stillness in our downward facing dog. So find the feet hip width apart. You can always bend those knees if you wish. Heels sending down towards the earth. It doesn't matter if they do or don't touch. Keeping those front ribs drawn in if you do have that hypermobile back. Pressing thumb and index finger into the earth, pushing the hands into the earth to keep you strong. Close the eyes and feel everything there is to feel in your downward facing dog. Feel every motion, every tiny little movement of the body. But feel every big sensation as well. You're going to feel those shoulders. You'll feel those hamstrings beginning to talk to you. Those shoulders are going to be working hard. Just feel it all and breathe. When you're ready, gaze between the hands. We're going to lift up through the right foot and draw the right foot all the way to between the hands. Rise onto the fingertips. Gaze forward so the chest is beginning to open to the front of the room, and feel that nice extension through the left hip. Gaze down towards the front foot. Step left foot in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands wide into the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Other side, feeling our sun salutation. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to a strong plank position. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, or if you prefer, you can lower chaturanga. Inhale, opening into upward facing dog or cobra. If you come into upward facing dog, the hips are off the mat. The glutes are squeezing and the front of the elbows faces forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, find downward facing dog, but this time step the feet to mat width apart and feel the difference. All about feeling today in our yoga. Feel your body, feel that length through the spine. Feel that lovely lift as the pelvis heads towards the ceiling. Really nice. Step the feet together. Gaze to between the hands. Step the left foot forward this time. Rise to the fingertips. Open the chest. Feel that stretch through the right hip flexor. So the hip flexor is the muscle at the front of the hip. Stepping right foot in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And take opposite hand to opposite elbow in our forward fold. So you're releasing the torso over the legs, softening all the way down, taking opposite elbow. If you need to bend the knees, go ahead. And then begin to feel your balance as we move backwards and forwards. So maybe rise to the tiptoes, maybe lift the toes as you send the hips back. Forward, balance on the toes. Backwards, find the heels. And release. If the balance is too much, then take the hands to the mat. That's always an alternative. Find your balance. And when you're ready, bend the knees to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Push the hips up and back. Lengthen out through the spine. We're going to take the feet together here. So taking the big toes together. Lift right leg all the way to the sky. Keep the hips level if you can. Gaze between the hands. Draw the knee to the chest. Step all the way through with the right foot. And drop the left knee to the earth. Untuck the left toes if that's okay on the knee. And then bring the hands up to the thigh. And then bring it deeper if you wish. Bring the hands all the way to the ceiling. Turn the palms in. And here we wriggle like we did at the start. Shoulder higher than the other, one by one. Creep yourself taller and taller. And as you get taller, you will feel that engagement through the core. You will feel a massive length through the spine. You'll also feel strength into the hip. So we're building length and strength the whole way through the whole of the body, from fingertips through to back knee. So we're really building strength and length, supporting our spine and our joints in the healthiest way possible. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. If you do have yoga blocks and you want to use them, here is the perfect opportunity. You can take a block under each hand. Otherwise, if you can reach the mat, then go ahead. Exhale, take the hips back, walk the hands a little further back so they frame the upper calf. Draw the toes of the front foot up to the sky and come into our runner's lunge or our half splits, our Ardha Hanumanasana. And we're going to stay here. We're not going to progress into full splits. We're going to stay stretching out that calf and that hamstring. Draw the toes up. Maybe if you wish, you just wiggle the bum. Sway side to side, just a little bit, not too much. Just move into the hips a little bit. Inhale, move forward. And we're going to keep that wriggle going. So come back to your low lunge and sway into it. And it's a little bit different to how I normally teach. There's a lot of hip release here. But because we've done some strengthening, it's okay. As long as we balance strength and flexibility, then that's all right. So we're opening into the hips. We're increasing our hip mobility. Opening up. When you're ready, tuck the toes. Frame the front foot. Step all the way back. Downward facing dog. Take both feet to the mat. Take the feet together. Inhale, lifting left leg to the sky. Gaze to between the hands. Step the left foot through this time. Drop the right knee to the earth. Untuck the toes if that's okay on the knee. And rise hands to thigh. Find your low lunge. Feel the knee a stack above the ankle, so you don't want it protruding too far forward or falling in. Find it nice and stable. If you want to take it deeper, inhale, reach the hands to the sky. And then from here, let's wiggle. Bring one hand higher and higher and higher. Build length through the whole of the spine. Feel that lovely strength and length form in the spine, the hips and the shoulders. And just feel that engagement, feel that stability, but also that length in the whole of your body. When you're ready, exhale, release the hands down either side of the leg. Send the hips back, left toes lift off of the mat. Draw the toes towards the face. The more you draw those toes in, the more you stretch that calf muscle. Doing really, really well. Keeping going. If you have got yoga blocks, you can always take the hands to yoga blocks. If you need a gentle bend in that left knee, go ahead. Maybe you do a micro little sway, side to side. And then when you're ready, pull the hands forward, come into low lunge and sway and move into the hips, just opening into our hip joint. If you do have really, really active hips, then maybe stay still. If your hips just don't need this kind of opening, then keep it static. When we're ready, tuck the back toes, frame the front foot, step all the way back, downward facing dog. From here, gaze between the hands, tiptoe the feet all the way through to between the hands, and exhale, forward fold. Release over your legs. Inhale, sweep the hands high to the sky, lift the gaze. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart center, connect the palms together, find length through the spine. So think about that length we've been creating, find it. Begin to lift through the right knee. Find the right knee in line with the hip. Feel all of that activation and length we've made in the spine. Feel it now. As you exhale, bend into the left knee. Sweep that right leg back. Inhale, rise the hands. Find your high lunge. And if you fell out, it's okay. Just come back and join me. From here, wiggle one hand higher than the other. We're going back to that pawing motion, like a little cat reaching hands higher and higher to the sky. Find your high lunge with that length and strength through the spine. Feel strong as we hold here for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Lovely, really nice. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Sweep that left leg all the way back, split dog. So the hips are level for now. Then we begin to stack left hip on top of right, bend left knee. Keep the left shoulder in line with the right. If that's enough, stay here. If you want to feel more in your body, bend the right knee a little. Release the left foot down to the right side of the mat. The toes face towards the back of the room. Pivot the right toes. Inhale, sweep the chest high. Taking left hand towards the front of the room. Lift those hips, come into your wild thing or your flip dog. Breathing for 2. Feel that length from toe to fingertip. Exhale, release the hips towards the earth, pivot back and find split dog again. So left leg high to the sky. When you're ready, step it all the way through to between the hands and then follow with the right. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the hands wide into the sky, gaze to the thumbs. Bring the hands down through heart center, connect the hands together. When you're ready, just begin to lift through the left knee. Find left knee in line with hip and pause here. Then when you're ready, we're going to bend into, reach the hands up high, bend into right leg, step back, find your high lunge, beautiful, really nice and strong. Pour towards the sky, higher and higher and higher and higher. Find that length, find that strength, and just be. Just feel into your high lunge. Feel it all. When you're ready, exhale, release the hands to the mat. Step all the way back, right leg to the sky, split dog. Exhale, stay here, or maybe lift right hip onto left. Open the knee, the shoulders stay equal. Breathing through your body. If that's enough, stay here. If you want to take it further, drop into the left knee. Take the right foot to the earth, toes face away. Pivot on the left toes. Reach up. Lift the hips, chest and hips face to the sky. Lengthen through from right fingertips to right toe. Wild thing. Remember to breathe. I know it's tricky. Keep it going if you can. Exhale, release the hips a little, pivot back. Place both hands to the mat, split dog. And then take both feet to the earth. And in your downward facing dog, just notice how you feel. Connect the hands to the earth, connect the feet to the mat, and feel. So feeling in our downward facing dog, lengthening through the spine. As we exhale, just bring the shoulders forward as we lower the knees to the mat. Untuck the toes, take the big toes together, take the knees maybe 4 to 6 inches wide, so there's space for a bit of the chest to come down, but we're not fully wide with those knees. Release the forehead to the mat if it reaches. Lengthen the hips back to the heels and find your extended child's pose. And rise up onto the fingertips. So almost dome out under the palms, feel a little stretch through the undersides of the shoulders or the undersides of the armpits. Exhale, release the palms down to the mat. Just lift the chest ever so slightly. Thread the left hand palm facing up underneath the right arm. Release left side of the head to the earth and release onto the mat. Lengthen out through your body. Close the eyes if you wish and feel. Feel your body. Inhale, slide it back to center when you're ready. And switch sides. Right hand this time spreads underneath left. Palm faces up. Right side of the head connects to the earth. And release. The hips send back. The fingertips push forward or out to the side. Feel those pulls in all of those directions. Feeling that lovely, beautiful stretch. Inhale back to center. And then as you're in center, slide the chest and the hands forward so that the hips come above the knees and sink the chest down. We're coming into our puppy dog pose. So we've spent a lot of time today working on the strength of the shoulders and the length of the spine. Here for a moment, just feel us stretch that out. It's going to feel tight. It's going to feel stiff perhaps, but just breathe into it. If it feels uncomfortable, come back to child's pose. But if it's something you can breathe into, then breathe into it. Breathing with me for 3, for 2, and for 1. Walk the hands up all the way to tabletop to all fours. Dip the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through every inch of your spine. And then take the big toes together, send the hips back to the heels, walk yourself back into your child's pose, and then bring the arms alongside the body, palms facing up to the sky. And this is where we're going to finish class today. I'm going to just pause here. If you find it uncomfortable in your child's pose with the arms alongside the body, then maybe you prefer to just take them out in front, but allow the forearms to melt to the earth. So rather than being active and forearms lifted, you can just find a soft variation with the forearms on the mat. Close the eyes wherever you are. Allow the breath just to move as it wishes. And settle in. And as you lay here, as you rest here, feel your physical body. Feel how the shoulders feel. Notice and observe your shoulders and your spine. Feel the contact of the hands and the shins and the tops of the feet with the mat. Feel it all. Just take a few moments to allow all of the feeling of the physical body to resonate and just feel. when you're ready, in your own time, I invite you just to crawl all the way up to kneeling. Maybe just roll the shoulders once or twice. And then you can stay kneeling, or you can make your way to cross-legged if that's more comfortable. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. If you enjoyed this class, then do pop a comment in the box below and just let me know. And if you want to come and join me for more flows or for some meditation or yoga demos, then check out my channel and subscribe if you like, so that you don't miss out on any content. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.